You just heard from an incomparable local band. You just heard from the Nymphadels. I think every broadcast I have, I mention currently one of my favorite local Rhode Island-based bands, Sin, the name of that track. We are broadcasting live from the 2015, the first ever Rhode Island Cannabis Convention, going all day today. Things kind of winding down. We're going to be winding down our broadcast here at the top of the hour, but the broadcast will continue and the convention will continue on Sunday, May 17th, going all day. At 11 a.m., the Marijuana as Medicine panel. At 12 o'clock, something near and dear to all of our hearts, political activism panel. The employment and entrepreneurship panel at 1. Activism again at 2, and cannabis testing tomorrow at 3, going on all day tomorrow. If you can get down here today or tomorrow, well worth your investment for a trip to Providence, of course. On Sunday, tomorrow, I think it'll be a little bit more laid back, crowd, easy like Sunday morning crowd. They'll be here. We'll be here broadcasting live for you on rifreeradio.org. Myself, Tony Jones, PO taxpayer. We're trying, DJ Psycho Eddie, to get the one and only George Nasser from MyNightOutRI.com to swing by tomorrow, because as we've talked about on your show, there is possibly the potential to be a huge crossover, if you will, of hospitality and the potential cannabis legalization. We've been talking to restaurant owners about that.
Definitely. I've been talking to a lot of restaurant owners, food truck owners. In fact, Jim Nellis from Rhode Island Food Fights also commented on this. The possibilities are nearly limitless, because for every food delivery system, I was talking to someone earlier, being able to put a CBD-based product or cannabidiol into a chocolate or into some type of candy item, food item, that just brings on a whole new genre, if you will, of food items, food events. Not to mention, the people that you just get to talk to at an event like this are amazing. I just got a little sidetracked, I know. But, yeah, the hospitality in general is going to be huge, because, even if you look at Colorado, I'm sure the added people coming in for the hotels will definitely see an upswing, because in this area, who else has legal cannabis? And, of course, the viral story that went out a few months back of the Girl Scout troop that set up outside of the dispensary to sell their wares, their Girl Scout cookies. That is just...
That kid needs a merit badge.
Definitely
merit badge in entrepreneurship.
Definitely pinpointing your key demographic. That is advertising 101 at its best. That girl deserves a free ride. Some college that does just advertising, I don't know one off the top of my head, because I never went to college. But if I did, I would want her to teach the class for advertising.
Now,
I went to college. It was the best 6 weeks of my life.
And he still owes CCRI $10,000. But circling back to hospitality, you made mention of Rhode Island Food Fights. Now, I openly support the recreational use of marijuana amongst people that are 18 plus and freedom, blah, 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 right? And a lot of the convention here is more geared towards the medical, and that has that merits, but if people were allowed to use it recreationally, that would kind of be a little bit of a subset. Now, for folks not familiar with Rhode Island Food Fights, the current incarnation is the Burger Blowout.
That's correct.
And so folks have passes to all these different burger joints, some high class, some are burger joints. So everybody's going to go around, they're going to try the burgers, and then they're going to vote a winner, and that winner will have bragging rights, and they'll bring in some business. I cannot think of a better, let me word this properly, a better way to enjoy your recreational marijuana than to maybe go out and partake in something like the Burger Blowout.
I totally agree, and as luck would have it, I happen to remember and bring my passes for the Burger Blowout. I have them on me right now. I figured later on, after being here all day, I might have the munchies.
You might have to blow something out.
Who all is on the...
It's great because it's not exclusively Providence. We're seeing burger places from all over the state, and it's really highlighting the culinary scene. They have a taco one coming up. Buffalo chicken wings was the last one, so it's a really interesting concept, and people have really taken to it. And that all plays into the hospitality scene, I think.
Well, actually, I have a list over here. Just for the burger blowout, they had 18 of them, and
wow.
they went from very basic burgers, A&W root beer, to really upper scale.
I ate out a quote unquote greasy spoon off of that list earlier this week, and the food was fantastic.
Is on there.
No, Stanley's
is not on the burger blowout list.
Brutopia, where they also have fresh made beer, barley wines.
Right.
I was there earlier. I went there last week. Where else did I go? I went to I got Fatty Mac's, probably going to be tonight. T's Restaurant. We went to Tomaselli's at Rosario. You cannot have a bad burger. It's like pizza. Even the bad ones are still pretty good.
Right.
So, well,
so you guys have been kind of talking about this hospitality impact of possible legalization of cannabis here in the state. Where does the pushback come from hospitality? My guess is going to be the liquor distributor.
Right.
It's going to be the folks who would rather have you buying a 6-pack than an eighth of an ounce of marijuana. Those are the people that are going to be pushing back against this type of legalization, and of course the drug prevention groups, which are their own self-fulfilling prophecy.
And unfortunately, Rhode Island has the big bureaucratic process where you can't buy liquor directly from the brewer, and what we've seen reforms in other states geared towards craft brewing, so folks could, in these small brewers, distribute and whatnot. And I think it could be, another situation where the hospitality industry should be pushing back on that front too. I think Rhode Island could be a craft beer destination.
Of course,
but,
it could.
Not right now.
Sorry, I was just being accosted. I'm not arguing. You could keep that up, by the way. I'll be here. The hospitality, the liquor is going to be a bit of a pushback because, the more you're spending on marijuana, medicinally or otherwise, the less you're going to be able to spend on them. But you also have a lot of other people that are pushing forward for this, and it might just make itself a non-issue, because you could actually start getting the marijuana infused in the beers and vodkas like you're doing with so many other food items, which will be another boon for the liquor sales.
Yeah.
I've tried bacon-flavored vodka. I've tried olive oil-infused vodka. Who's to say they're not going to infuse hemp, weed, marijuana into a vodka, tequila, whatever it is? That
Sons of Liberty Distillery, are you listening?
Are you listening? Are you with us on this?
Actually, they have a hop-flavored whiskey that is coming out.
I infused my own bacon jalapeno vodka over the holiday season. And man, let me tell you, a little drink with a kick.
And when he was
that's
done,
he
make
a killer Bloody
with
Mary.
A scent that was exquisite.
It'll put a little hair on your chest. Well, we unfortunately, we're heading towards the end of the broadcast here, so I'm going to go down to a little bit of music, and I could, of course, not do a live broadcast at the Rhode Island Cannabis Convention without having a little Led Zeppelin on the playlist. You're tuned in to Rhode Island Free Radio online at rifreeradio.org.
Hey lady, got the love I need. Maybe more than enough. Oh, darling, 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 walk a while with me. Oh, you got so much, so much, so much.
It is 45 minutes past the hour of 3 o'clock. We are live, and we're rolling into our last 15 minutes of the broadcast today. Over the hills and far away, coming out of a taste of Led Zeppelin as we broadcast live from the Rhode Island Cannabis Convention. Another great guest lined up as I'm joined by the PO taxpayer, Pat Ford, and Dave Fisher from the Coalition online at coalitionradio.us. You sent your trollers out there, and you have found another great guest for us today as we wrap up this coverage of the Cannabis Convention.